eternal eyes while I was yet in.
Today's deliverance is titled The Power of Decision. The power of decision. You see, the year is coming to an end. We're in the month of December. From January, February, March, and we're in December now. Ask yourself a question. Is it what God has prepared for me? Am I fulfilling my divine purpose? It's a time to make a decision. Because any minute from now, this year will end. This is the time to make a decision. Is it a time to keep having faith, believe, it will be well, it will be well, it will be well. And the clock is ticking. And you're having false hope. Oh, you will soon marry, don't worry. Wait, have faith, have faith, have faith. Abraham married. Oh, you keep waiting. Oh, don't worry, you will receive fruit of the womb. And the year is clicking. Few days from now, the year will end. It's a moment of decision. It's a moment of making the right decision. Will you continue to be in a church where they pay people to come and share testimony, they package testimony to excite you, giving you false hope, motivating you? Or will you say, I have been in this church and now in December, time is going. Do I locate where the power of God is being demonstrated raw? Do I locate where God's power is? Where testimonies about real testimony? I don't mean package testimony. I don't mean the one you go and pay people from Zamfara to come and give a testimony. I mean raw manifestation of the power of God. I've said this time without number, and I keep saying, don't believe what I'm going to tell you. Don't believe what your pastor is going to tell you. And don't believe what your neighbors or friends or foes will tell you. Go on your knees and ask God, these testimonies that is taking place in OPM, are they packaged testimony? Is it that Apostle Chibus will pay people to come and give the testimony? That's number one question. Number two question. The power Apostle Chibus is using to operate, to perform these great miracles, testimonies, signs and wonders, is the power coming from you or is it coming from Satan? Any revelation you get, walk toward that revelation. Because man can lie to you, but God cannot lie to you. It's important. It's impossible for God to lie. It's impossible for God to deceive his own child. If you have a child, will you deceive your own child? That is how God is. It's impossible for God. There is no father. There is fire here. And your father will want you to go and put out the fire. If you ask your father, is there fire? Your father will tell you the truth. God will tell you the truth. This is the time to, you're watching me on television. This is the time to make a decision. The era of having faith, and nothing has happened. It is time to ask God, do I go to OPM? Oh Lord, reveal Apostle Chibuzo to me. Show me OPM. Show me Apostle Chibuzo. Is he using the power of God? Any decision, any revelation you get, work towards it. The power of decision. Shout hallelujah. When we say decision, what do we mean? A decision is a conclusion. Something you have decided to do. Now let's look at some important facts about decision. Number one, God's will is not automatic. I repeat, God's will is not automatic. He allows us to make our own decisions. It's not automatic. God have finished giving Adam and Eve the instruction. Don't eat this fruit. He has passed instruction. It's not automatic. He has given them the instruction. Don't eat. But now the decision lies on the individual. Shout hallelujah. Important facts about decision. Sometimes the hardest thing and the right thing are the same. Sometimes the hardest decision and the right decision are the same thing. Sometimes the hard decision is not easy to take. It's difficult. It's hard. But it's the right thing. Sometimes the wrong decision is easy, is flexible, is comfortable. Sometimes the hard decision is hard, is complicated, it's heartbreaking. Shout hallelujah. Important facts about decision. Sometimes the smallest decision can change your life forever. It might look minute. It might look, not really, it doesn't really matter. But that alone can change your life forever. Some small decisions that look minute, that look inconsequential, can change your life and destiny forever. Important facts about decision. Unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situation. Unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situation, while successful people make decisions based on where they want to be, or where they want to go, or about the future. They make a decision, because I'm hungry. Maybe you are in the market, you are in a restaurant, and you are so hungry and you don't have money. Take it. Because you want to satisfy that, or that time, that hunger urge. We're forgetting. But the successful people say, oh, this food, if I eat this food now, I'm in danger, because if I'm caught, I'm finished. Shout hallelujah. Important facts about decision. Never make permanent decision on temporal feelings. Never make permanent decisions on temporal feeling. Maybe you see, you want to marry now. And you say, I want to marry. Suddenly, you see a very, very beautiful girl. But because that thing you have seen that time, the beauty you have seen that time, that minute, without due consultation, without seeking the face of God, suddenly you, because of the feelings, your body is aroused, and you say, I'm marrying her now, without consulting God. Then it might destroy your tomorrow. Never make a permanent decision on temporal feeling, because it may destroy your tomorrow. Important facts about decision. You are responsible for decisions you make. You are responsible. Whatever decision you make, you are responsible for that decision. Be ready to bear the consequences of those decisions that you have made. Because in every decision, there is a consequence. If it's a good decision, there is a good consequence. If it's a bad decision, there is a bad consequence. Important facts about decision. Never bring the problem solving stage into the decision making stage. Very, very important. Very, very important. Never bring the problem solving stage into the decision making stage. Otherwise, you surrender yourself to the problem rather than the solution. By doing that, you've now surrendered yourself to that problem. It's like this now. Maybe you enter Young Shall Grow. Unfortunately, you entered Young Shall Grow, you are going to Lagos. And unfortunately, Young Shall Grow break down in Aba. And suddenly, you make the decision, I will never enter Young Shall Grow forever. Don't make such decisions. Don't make a permanent decision when there is a situation, something that can happen or cannot happen. If something is a regular incident, like every day you enter Young Shall Grow, you break down in Aba, every day that's a different case. But when something just happens instantly, and suddenly you conclude, you finalize, and you put a seal because of just one situation. Shout hallelujah. Important facts about our decisions. Don't let your emotions make your decisions. Never let your emotions. Don't be moved by emotions. Don't be moved by sentiments. Don't allow it. I've been in a situation woman, that was one way in Elios. She came crying. And she told the former resident pastor, and the resident pastor she was crying because she says that I assist widows, and he came crying that the husband is dead. But really, the tears were real. They looked real. And the former resident, I don't want to call his name, was moved by her emotions. Me, myself, I was also moved by emotions. Then, that time, I've not started welfare department. I normally give out funds directly. So, I gave her money. Do you know that the next day, that resident pastor called me and said, Komu, that they just found out that woman, husband, is not dead. They said, but you brought her to me. That she's a widow, she wants to start business, that the husband is dead. He said that was what he thought. Emotions can deceive. But why would somebody that the husband is alive come and lie with death? Tell to fear what? Important facts about decisions. When your values are clear to you, making decision becomes easy. When your value, what you are looking up to, what you want to have is clear, making a decision is easy. But when you don't really know, it's like you drive a car and you arrive at T junction and you see a traffic warder. Excuse me, sir. Say yes. I'm going somewhere. And the traffic warder said, please, where are you going? I don't know. Then enter anywhere. But when you know where you are going, decision making becomes easy. But if you don't know where you are going, you don't want to know the kind of marriage you want to go into. Listen, money is not everything, but the fear of God is everything. If you marry a man that is not born again, a man that is into occultism, expect Satan. In fact, if you marry a child of Satan, expect your father-in-law Satan to visit you. What are your values? Is your value to make heaven? Or is it because your value just let me marry? Even though the man, I have seen a situation, a married man, but the man brings in women on regular basis to their matrimonial bed. And he tells the wife, if you don't want, go. The woman, in Port Harcourt here, River State, the woman will be there. He will carry a woman and climb upstairs. The one you bring to today, Tomorrow you bring another one. Next tomorrow you bring another one. So come and dress the bed for a visitor. The wife will go and dress bed for visitor because of money. Shout hallelujah. Important facts about our decision. You will know you made the right decision when you pick the hardest and the most painful, but your heart is at peace. I repeat, you will know that you have made the right decision when you pick the hardest among all decisions and you pick the most painful, but still you have peace. There are some decisions you make, there is this peace, there is happiness, there is inner joy, even though the decision looks very, very difficult and hard. But after you made that decision, you have this inner peace, you have this inner joy. Important facts about our decision. Don't feel bad for making a decision about your own life that upset others. I repeat, don't feel bad for making a decision about your own life that upset others. You are not responsible for their happiness. You are responsible for your own happiness. Your happiness is very, very important. They must not be comfortable with your decision. Everybody must not happy. Everybody must not be happy about your decision. What is it that will make you happy? Do you know that sadness, even depression, have killed more people than snake bite? Because of what will people say? What people say, then you gradually go into the grave. All the pastors, I have been called many times. Why not join the bandwagon? All the pastors are doing the same thing. They are running school and making so much money. Why not join the bandwagon? Because I'm sorry. I am not responsible for the happiness of the pastors. I am responsible for my own happiness. And what gives me happiness is when I see God using me to make somebody crying start laughing. That is where I derive my energy. That is where I derive my joy. Suddenly, that's why you see me. I'm excited when somebody gives a testimony. Somebody that is very, very sad, and suddenly God uses me, that is not even worthy, to change that crying person to a smiling person. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Anytime I visit, that's why sometimes I want to visit the school, and I see those children, all of them rush out, happy. Oh, daddy, they just rush out. And these are children that were not going to school before because their parents either lost their jobs or their parents don't even have money, or maybe they lost their father or they lost both parents and they can no longer go to school, and now they are going to school, and they see this happiness in them, see this joy in them. That is where I tap my energy from. So if you're upset about my decisions, I'm sorry. Having 100 billion in my account does not make me happy. I repeat, having $100 billion in my account does not make me happy. But having zero in my account, but carrying all those money to put joy in people's life makes me happy. What makes me happy is not eating any food I want. Eating rice, eating chicken, eating salad, no. But that one I'm supposed to eat, give it to somebody and watch the person is eating it and being happy. That is what makes me happy. Wealth is not in how much you have in your bank account. Wealth is how many lives have you been able to impact with the wealth in your possessions. There is no CEO or some of the governors I know that I will say, give me contract that will say no to me. But how would it look? Pastor Amadi happens to be a member of my church. His only source of income is as a contractor in Shell. I'm a pastor. The Lord have delegated me to eat from the altar in his house. Suddenly, I go and register in Shell. Then one day, Pastor Amadi comes to me and I'm praying, Father, there's this contract in Shell, this microphone contract. Oh Lord, give it to me. And I'm your servant, I'm working for you, give it to me. The next day, Pastor Amadi comes, because I am the pastor of Pastor Amadi. Pastor Amadi comes to me, Daddy, there is a contract I'm pursuing in Shell. This microphone. Please pray for me to get this microphone. And while me too, I am praying to get this microphone. How will I pray? I will get it. Father, don't give it to Pastor Amadi, because I've already prayed for you to give it to me. Now, by doing so, how will Pastor Amadi get his tithe to come and pay in the church? I have stolen from Pastor Amadi, and I've also coveted the one that does not belong to me.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide.
Praise the Lord. I'm Apostle Chibuzo Gifchiene, the General Overseer of Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide. Today is 2nd December 2018. How many children are we dedicating today? 158 children. By the grace of God, I'll be organizing another Fruit of the Womb program titled Baby Boom. Date, Saturday, 15th December 2018. Time, 10 a.m. in the morning. Venue, OPM Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo Alo, River State. Direction, if you are coming from Rumokoro, once you are Rumokoro roundabout, You tell any taxi you're going to OPM Church, they will bring you. Or from Air Force Junction, you ask any taxi there, you're going to OPM, they will bring you. Or from LMA Junction, you stop there, ask any taxi, you're going to OPM Church, they will bring you. Today is 2nd December 2018. How many children are we dedicating today? 158 children. Excess power.
I celebrate you, Master Jesus, you are worthy, Lord. I bless you, Lord, everlasting Yahweh, you are worthy, Lord.